Q3955-2. What is the purpose of the runway/runway hold position sign? A. Denotes entrance to runway from a taxiway. B. Denotes area protected for an aircraft approaching or departing a runway. C. Denotes intersecting runways. The correct answer is C. The purpose of the runway/runway hold position sign is to denote intersecting runways. These signs are located at points where two runways intersect or where a runway intersects with a taxiway. The runway/runway hold position sign helps pilots identify the location where one runway crosses another or where a runway crosses a taxiway. It serves as a visual cue to indicate that there is a potential intersection ahead, alerting pilots to be cautious and vigilant for any conflicting traffic. When approaching a runway/runway hold position sign, pilots must be aware that there may be aircraft or vehicles crossing their intended runway path. The sign helps pilots maintain situational awareness and take appropriate action, such as holding or yielding the right-of-way to traffic on the intersecting runway. By designating the location of intersecting runways, the runway/runway hold position sign assists pilots in navigating the airport surface safely and reduces the risk of runway incursions or conflicts between aircraft using different runways. 3955-3. What does the outbound destination sign identify? A. Identifies entrance to the runway from a taxiway. B. Identifies direction to take off runways. C. Identifies runway on which an aircraft is located. The correct answer is B. The outbound destination sign is used to identify the direction to take off runways at an airport. These signs are typically located at taxiway intersections and provide guidance to pilots regarding the correct path to reach the designated takeoff runway. The outbound destination sign includes information such as the runway number or identifier and an arrow indicating the direction in which the pilot should proceed to reach that specific runway for takeoff. This helps pilots navigate the taxiway network and follow the designated route leading to their intended takeoff runway. By using outbound destination signs, pilots can quickly and easily identify the correct direction to follow, especially when taxiing in complex or busy airport environments. This ensures efficient movement of aircraft on the ground and reduces the potential for confusion or navigation errors. It's important for pilots to pay close attention to outbound destination signs and follow the indicated direction to reach the designated takeoff runway safely. By adhering to these signs, pilots can maintain orderly and organized taxi operations, minimizing the risk of runway incursions or other ground-related incidents. 3955-4. What is the purpose of the no-entry sign? A. Identifies a paved area where aircraft are prohibited from entering. B. Identifies area that does not continue beyond intersection. C. Identifies the exit boundary for the runway protected area. The correct answer is A. The purpose of the no-entry sign is to identify a paved area where aircraft are prohibited from entering. These signs are typically displayed in areas where it is essential to restrict aircraft access for safety or operational reasons. The no-entry sign serves as a clear visual indication to pilots that they are not permitted to enter the designated area. It may be used to mark areas such as taxiways, ramps, aprons, maintenance areas, or any other specific locations where aircraft operations are not allowed. By prominently displaying the no-entry sign, airport authorities ensure that pilots are aware of and comply with the restricted access areas. This helps prevent unauthorized aircraft movements, reduces the risk of accidents or incidents, and maintains the safety and efficiency of airport operations. It is crucial for pilots to adhere to the instructions provided by no-entry signs and refrain from entering the designated areas. Failure to comply with these restrictions can have serious safety implications and may result in penalties or disciplinary actions. 2026. The runway hold position sign denotes A. An entrance to a runway from a taxiway. B. An area protected for an aircraft approaching a runway. C. an entrance to a taxiway from a runway. The correct answer is A. The runway hold position sign is used to denote the entrance to a runway from a taxiway. This sign is typically located at the point where a taxiway intersects with a runway. When a pilot approaches a runway hold position sign, it serves as a visual cue that they are approaching the entrance to a runway. The sign indicates that the aircraft must come to a stop and wait for clearance from air traffic control, ATC, before crossing the hold position and entering the runway. The purpose of the runway hold position sign is to ensure the safe separation of aircraft operating on the taxiway and those utilizing the runway. It helps prevent any conflicts or potential hazards by clearly marking the boundary between the taxiway and the runway. Pilots must comply with the instructions provided by the runway hold position sign, which may include holding at the sign until receiving clearance from ATC to enter the runway. This ensures proper coordination and sequencing of aircraft movements to maintain a safe and orderly flow of traffic. 2028. What is the purpose for the runway hold position markings on the taxiway? A. Holds aircraft short of the runway. B. Allows an aircraft permission onto the runway. C. Identifies area where aircraft are prohibited. The correct answer is A. The purpose of the runway hold position markings on the taxiway is to hold aircraft short of the runway. These markings are painted on the taxiway pavement and serve as a visual indication to pilots that they must come to a stop and hold their position before crossing the marking and entering the runway. The runway hold position markings are typically comprised of two solid yellow lines extending across the width of the taxiway. They are located a specific distance from the runway threshold, as defined by airport design criteria and regulations. When a pilot encounters the runway hold position markings while taxiing on a taxiway, it indicates that they must stop the aircraft and await further instructions from air traffic control, ATC, before crossing the marking and entering the runway. This ensures proper separation and coordination between aircraft on the taxiway and those utilizing the runway. The runway hold position markings are crucial for maintaining safety on the airport surface, as they help prevent runway incursions and ensure that aircraft do not inadvertently enter an active runway without proper clearance.